tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. May the Noble Triple Gem bless you. Dear Dhamma friends, you know that we in the whole world are in danger due to the threat of rapidly spreading diseases caused by coronavirus, which is identified as COVID-19. I hope that you and your families are safe and well during this uncertain, dangerous hour. I think all over the world, many people are quite aware of the disease by now. It badly affects our respiratory system. I think you know the first case was found in Wuhan in China on December 1st, 2019. And it has almost conquered the whole world. Only a very few countries are safe right now, but nobody can predict how long it is. Fortunately, some countries are now recovering, and we are hopeful that it will be eliminated from the world in due course, though we cannot imagine how soon it will happen. You know that we find it very difficult to bear up even a normal cold or flu. But this disease causes many difficult symptoms like initial flu-like symptoms such as fever, coughing, breathing difficulties, fatigue and so on. The other dangerous factor is its incubation or growth period of 14 days, which doesn't show very severe indications at the beginning. It is not like many other diseases, as it is highly communicable via respiratory drugs. In order to avoid, you know that we are all the time advised to minimize social contacts and be self-quarantine and to practice respiratory hygiene. I think you are also aware that the World Health Organization (WHO) on March 11 declared COVID-19 a pandemic when it spread over 100 countries. In order to sustain the risk of further spread in the world, this is not just a public health issue. It is a crisis that will affect every sector of our society and economy. This is not the first time that we have had dangers and disasters of this time, but this has quickly reached very threatened an epidemic due to its own quiet nature transmission. During this decade itself, we have had many more cases of this type: flooding, earth slips, epidemics, global warming cannot further be considered as natural disasters. The main reason for all these is man and his behavior. Man today has been very greedy for power and wealth than ever before. His limitless thirst for hyper-consumption has caused a big pandemonium in no place is safe at this juncture. If we are against the nature, irrespective of our differences, all the rich as well as the poor have to bear the ill effects. I think you agree with me that money and wealth have not been the answer. The nature, environment has been destroyed in very disastrous manner. The whole world, even the unborn generation, have to bear the brunt of this unscrupulous work. Man has become immoral and cruel in many ways. When man becomes sinful and corrupt, the nature punishes him. It is high time we went for significant change. We have to dear and near to the Dhamma. Further, we have to cultivate more human qualities in us. In order to initiate, we must turn to a simple way of life. The nature cannot bear the excessive consumption of man. Millions and millions of animals are killed for meat. Millions and millions of animals are killed for meat. There is no limit in using chemical in agriculture and cultivation. We eat a lot of poisons and harmful chemicals and such stuff in our food. People compelled to do any for nothing, for making money. We all are in a rat race. We all are in a rat race. We all are running after unnecessary wanting. We cannot be easily satisfied with what we have. This behavior of man creates lots of issues on human as on earth. We have to look back. We have to look back. Just talk about nature is not sufficient. We have to walk our talk. We have to start seeing our own mind. We should analyze our own life. We should analyze our own life. We cannot live our life alone, period. We have to understand that. We are guests on earth. We have visited here for little time. We have to leave a mark. When we have future generation should think that humans who have lived here before are not greedy creatures. We should start cultivating good human qualities in our life. For the purpose we have to cultivate our mind, develop our mind, upgrade our thinking pattern. We have to ask ourselves, not once, not twice, thrice, we have to ask ourselves, are we really human? Shouldn't we ourselves find where we have mistaken so that we can rectify? Isn't it the message that nature gives us? By way of these calamities, shouldn't we live our life like a dance so that others can see and enjoy? Shouldn't we emanate the fragrance of humanity instead of vulnerability? We have to initiate to change our life towards more human qualities. We should start changing our negative emotions into positive. I don't think that you will get an interval of this kind in the future to think all the mistakes and reflect on all life. So, my dear friends, now I am going to remind the highest human qualities that we should cultivate in us for the sake of all human beings and nature. The supreme dwelling Satara Brahma Vihara, the four sublime abodes, Metta, universal love or loving kindness, the friendship which extend to both known and unknown, man and creatures as well as fauna and flora, embrief to all beings. Then karuna, compassion, the quality of being supportive, assistive and cooperative to beings who are in need. Then mudita, altruistic joy, sympathetic joy, the attribute that you enjoy the happiness and well-being of others as your own. Next, mudit upeka is equanimity in brief, the quality of unshaken when confronting ups and downs in life. Bear them up in unshaken mind. Whether is confronting, disconfronting, constructive or destructive, because when we come to an impermanent life of this type, we cannot remind the good and neglect the bad, how good we live the life. If one can live these characteristics in life, it will be a blessing to his fellow friends, finally to the whole society. He will in and thereby it will definitely be a good example for all mankind. Makes this temporary life more meaningful. May all beings be healthy and happy. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Sadhu.